Hello everyone. Welcome back for our yet another session of the online trainings that we always have on a monthly basis. And as I assured you last time during our previous online training, I assured you that we shall always be conducting monthly online trainings for people who may not be able to physically access us. We are at our station in Namande. So here we are. And today we shall be discussing a very, very important topic in fish farming, which is marketing and selling of fish. We have been having various trainings in regards to growing our fish, in regards to different mechanisms and techniques which are involved in fish farming. But we as well felt like it is very, very important for someone to know where to sell the fish, how to do the marketing, and what should be the first thing that comes into a farmer's mind after growing his or her fish to the marketable size. And that's why we are coming up with this topic, which is as well our theme for the month. Last week we had the physical training, and now we are having the online training in order to make sure that we reach out to each and every fish farmer in Uganda, in East Africa, and globally. Anyone in any country can be able to access us. As we are committed, we are very much committed and determined to make sure that aquaculture continues to grow, and I have strong faith that this sector is a growing sector, and we are just into the right path where we are aiming at only great things in aquaculture. Well, from Planex Aquaculture, I am Xavier Peter, and today I am having a colleague of mine who will introduce himself in a few minutes, and it is together with him that we shall be running this online training. And I think I should give him some time to introduce himself. Sir, you're welcome. You can say hi to our dear viewers and probably tell them what we should expect.
Thank you so much, Mr. Xavier Peter. So, as Xavier Peter has already told you earlier, He described it, almost everything. My name is Opera Isaac, and me, together with Xavier Peter, we are going to take you through this wonderful topic. So I can assure you, after this training, you will be able to market your fish, and you'll be able to maximize your sales and your return of investment. So stay tuned as we take you through this wonderful topic until the end. I think I can give back the floor to Mr. Xavier Peter to start. So Xavier Peter, you can take it.
Okay, thank you, Isaac Opio. And our dear viewers, today, this will be all that we shall discuss. First of all, I'll have to first introduce to each and every person out there who probably is just familiar with Planex Aquaculture. I will take you briefly into what Planex is, what we do, and what you should expect from us. Then we shall have an introduction into what aquaculture is, and probably see the importances that are involved in you or someone else engaging in aquaculture. Then we shall also understand what the value chain of selling fish is. We shall look at various points along the value chain. Then we shall also look at various selling points, and that's where probably our main focus will be, because it is at these various selling points that fish is sold. Then we shall also look at the fish marketing strategies that really work, and I mean it, working marketing strategies that someone out there who is not using them is really missing out on something that is very important. Probably it's the reason as why you're not having great sales of your fish. Then we shall have a conclusion, and then me and my colleague, we shall handle your questions that will come along the presentation. So at this point, let me remind you that you can feel free taking advantage of this time to send in your questions in the comment section. Just below the screen, you see a comment section. You just write in your questions, just text in your questions, and we shall have them answered. Any concerns about aquaculture, they will all be handled. Well, about Planex, we have been working from 2009, and our main aim is to make agriculture productive. And of course, we are spearheading it with aquaculture because we see great potential in aquaculture. Then we also have strong values that we hold in high regard, and that is global excellence. That's why we always do things aiming at high standards which are acceptable globally. We don't aim at giving you low quality kind of services and products. Then we also believe in joy. That's why we work with joy. When you come our working station, you'll find only smiling faces, because we believe in working with joy. And that's why we also work very hard to make sure that you, our dear partners, are also happy. And we look forward to making sure that you keep on that smiling face as you see your businesses grow. Then we also aim at sustainability in order to maintain and uplift the integrity of our environment. Then we also believe in partnerships. That's why all the people that we deal in are our partners. We don't have such a thing as a customer or just a mere client. And we also believe in innovation because, as we know, we live in a very dynamic environment and era whereby things keep changing. And if you don't keep on researching and finding out and keeping up on new adventures, then you'll probably miss out. That's why we are always doing constant research and making sure that we give updated kind of information that is really working out there. And about our products and services, Planex Aquaculture, we are the exclusive distributors of ADM feed in East Africa. So wherever you find ADM feed, just know we are the suppliers of ADM feed. And this feed is renowned for giving outstanding great performances in fish farming. Specifically, this feed is that we are having is specifically for tilapia fish. However much I have had great feedback from all our clients and even some farmers who have used our feed on catfish, and all I can say is that it really works well on catfish, and I have no doubts that you can use our feed on tilapia and catfish and you'll have outstanding great results. Then we also have the Aquaculture Support Center, and its aim is to inspire, educate, and support fish farmers in Uganda. However much we aim at upscaling to even East Africa, so only the future will tell. So we do coachings, we have a help desk where someone out there can call in at any moment in order to have technical support and guidance about fish farming. Then we also do farm audits and aim at developing our partners' farms because we know how important it is. Then also do trainings. For example, last week we had a physical training. Every month we have been having trainings where we give farmers information and technical support about their farms. And as you can see right now, we are as well having an online training, and as well I want to assure you that we shall continue having this going on and on. So at this point, let me actually do remind you, all our dear viewers, that in case you're not yet subscribed to our channels, make sure that you subscribe because you may miss out on important information just because you're not subscribed. And about aquaculture, which is fish farming is very important because right now fish farming is looked at as the key holder for food security because the highly growing food production sector, and we depend so much on it for our future consumption of food. And I would like to draw your attention to this graph just displayed in front of you on your screen. On the left, you have the graph showing the population analytics for the sub-Saharan African region. And as you can see, it shows a trajectory whereby it is growing. The population is growing, and we project that it will keep on growing in the coming years. So what does this mean? As population grows, in short, as population growing means that we are having more people per kilometer. So more people are being born, and this specifically means that these people have to be fed. And where will the food come from? The food has to be produced. And that's where aquaculture comes in. As consumption increases, and yet other food production sectors are not showing potential of continuing to grow, probably they are close to their holding capacity, and now aquaculture comes in and it has the great potential of availing food for the growing population. Then when we scale down to Uganda, Uganda's population is also at a very high increase. For example, currently our population is about 8.5 millions, and it continues to grow. So the population is not just growing globally, but if we scale it down to Uganda as well, the population is growing. And this means that we have more people being per square meter, we are having more people. And these people have to be fed. Hence, the relevance of aquaculture or fish farming in order to produce enough food to feed this growing population. Then you may ask me why aquaculture, or why do people eat fish, and why is the consumption rate of fish increasing? For the record, in 2000, the per capita consumption of fish was 7.5 kilograms per person per year. So each person in 2000 is estimated to have been eating 7.5 kilograms of fish per year. And now the consumption rate has continued to increase, and apparently it is in 10 kilograms per person per year. Well, I will give you some of the reasons as to why people are preferring to eat fish. One, and a very important reason, is that fish is very nutritious. That's why it's even recommended for pregnant women. It's as well recommended for young kids, because these people need nutrients, high nutrient supply into their metabolic system. And another reason is that compared to other sources of animal protein, fish is cheaper. I am not so certain about the price of pork per kilogram, but I estimate it must by now be around 17,000. Last time I checked, it was 15,000. And when you compare this amount to the amount of 1 kilogram of fish, which is about 10,000, you can really tell that fish is slightly cheaper than pork and any other animal source of protein. And yet, fish is a sustainable kind of animal protein which is produced in sustainable means, which don't even harm the environment. For example, fish farming doesn't require huge chunks of land as compared to other food production sectors, like in the aquaculture sector. Then when we come back to the animal sources of proteins, fish provides high nutrients to the consumer at a very low cost. However much other animal protein sources are also providing relatively, maybe close to the same amount of nutrients, but still their prices are high. So this makes fish consumption high because it is affordable and it offers more nutrients to the consumer. Well, my dear viewers, I have a simple quiz for you here as we delve into why we should be marketing fish in a certain way. This quiz, I have some simple questions, and I hope you have like a notebook and a pen where you can note down some responses to these simple questions that I've prepared for you. First of all, what is your favorite type of fish that you eat? You should have that question in mind. And this question, to me, should evoke into your mind, you as a farmer, a question like, what type of fish does my target market prefer to eat? If you answer that question right, then let us go now to the next question. How much fish do you eat and why? Is the amount of fish you consume related to the price? Is it related to your preference? Is it related to the size of your family and or other factors? Then, what is the most important factor that you consider while buying fish? Are you prioritizing price? Are you prioritizing the quantity of fish? Are you prioritizing the sustainability? For example, I may eat less fish because I don't have enough money, or I may prefer to buy a different type of fish because it is a bit cheaper, or I opt for a small size of fish because it is cheaper. So there are various factors that are considered, and these factors, I think, they depend, they vary from one person to another. And again, where do you normally buy your fish that you eat? If you have answered all these questions, now I want you to assume that you're in the shoes of the people, your target market. If you can answer that question of what is their favorite fish, I know not all of them will prefer the same type of fish, but you should always consider the majority because we want the numbers. In order for you to sell fish, in or any other marketing business, you must consider the numbers. So after knowing which type of fish is most likely to be fed on by my target market, then you should as well know in what sizes. Then what are the factors that will make someone buy this much fish or prefer this kind of fish over the other? If you can answer those questions, then I have a simple equation for you, which is if you have the right market, you have, first of all, you must have the right product. So if the equation, my equation is A plus B equals C, my A is having the right product. That will take me back to the production process up when you have your fish. So the production process should give you the right product, which is the fish in its preferred size and type. Then after having A right, which is our product, you have the right product. You should aim at having the right market, the audience, the people that you want to sell to. If you have the right product they want in its preferred size, then you have the right people. That is your market. Then my C is you having the sales or the profits. There is no way you will not make sales or profits if you have the right people, that is the market, and you have the right product they want. So that is my simple equation that I can give you at this point. Well, to delve into the fish sales value chain, in summary, this refers to all the channels fish goes through, right from the point when it is harvested up to when it is on a table or on a plate being eaten by the consumer. And I have a simple graphical illustration of what this is. This illustration starts with a farmer who is the sole producer of the fish that is going through all the channels in the fish sales value chain. And this farmer will always produce fish which is bought off by mostly traders. These traders can be of different capacities depending on various factors. Then along the value chain we have other key players, among whom we have processors, we have international wholesalers, we have retailers who most of the time sell to the final consumer. I don't want to talk much about this because I have prepared slides under which we shall explain in full detail what each and every person in this value chain does. And before I delve into the details, I would like to ignite this into your mind. As we go into this, I would like to inform you, if you are a fish farmer, don't think that you're only limited to the level of producing fish for other traders or other key players in the value chain. No, you can as well scale up to maybe becoming a trader. You can do processing. You can as well do exporting of your fish in order for you to have more profit. So as we scale up, we aim at making more profits. So I don't want you to limit yourself only being a producer of fish. But as I will explain later on, you scaling up depends on various factors that you must always have in mind. And by the end of this training, I'm sure you have already noticed some opportunities that maybe you haven't looked at or you haven't considered, and probably you can take them on to increase the profitability of your fish farming business. First of all, in the value chain, we have the fish farmer. The fish farmer is simply the person who does the production of the product in aquaculture, which is fish. And this involves many activities which I won't talk about right now because we have been talking about them now and again. But you should always aim at having the right product, as I previously mentioned. Your production system should always favor you to produce the right product that your target market really wants. And for someone to be a farmer, there are various factors that must be considered. For example, if you cannot feed your fish, if you don't have market, if you don't have land, capital, and everything that is required, then obviously you cannot be a fish farmer. So if you have the abilities to become a fish farmer, then you can fit well in that position of the value chain. Then along the value chain, we also have various traders. These people basically buy fish in bulk and sell all these fish to other traders at different capacities. For example, wholesalers and maybe retailers, and the traders go on and on and on. But these people basically aim at making a profit. For example, if I'm a trader, I come to your farm, I want 1,000 fish or some number of fish. Maybe I want to buy your fish at 7,000 and send it off at 7,500, hence making a profit of 500. But you as a farmer now, what I want you to think about is, can you fit in this position? Can you produce fish and even trade it off? In order for you to have that extra 500 that someone is extracting from you, if you are able, then you can take the step to fit in that position, produce, and even do the trading. Then we also have processors. These people basically modify fish into various forms as preferred by the target market. Fish processing can involve many challenges, and as well it has very many benefits, among which there is increased price of the product, and as well these people can end up having other products produced from maybe the byproducts of the processing process, and this makes them more money. But if I am to come back to typically fish value chain, these people modify fish into various forms, and afterwards, in most cases, they export this fish for outside markets. For example, this fish can be exported to international wholesalers and international retailers, and the cycle goes on and on. But for someone to become a fish processor, there are some factors that have to be considered. For example, you must have the capital that is required for you to run the processing cycle, and you have the systems. Can you handle it? In case of any risks, can you handle them? For example, breakdown of the machinery and all the other equipment that are involved. Can you handle it? Can you purchase them? And after processing your fish, can you have the right market for that processed fish? Well, you may ask me, why should we process our fish? Below, I like to give you some of the reasons. Reason number one, it's for preservation. The key point of preserving fish is to make sure that we make it last longer than it would. For example, if you don't remove the offals and all some internal organs after the fish has been harvested, then after one day, that fish will be spoiled. But when we preserve the fish, it has capacity of retaining its freshness up to the time when we can sell it off, maybe a distant market. For example, I might be living in Kampala and I am targeting a market which is probably like in Congo, and it will take me approximately like a day or two to reach the target market where you sell all these fish at a higher price. But for this fish to last long up to that 1 or 2 days time, it requires me to have processed it. Otherwise, it will go bad and the target market won't be willing to pay for that product which has already gone bad. Then as well, we process fish to increase its value. And value goes hand in hand with money. As you increase the value of your product, you're increasing its pricing. And as you increase the value, people will be willing to pay more money for that. Here and there, we are decreasing the integrity of our environment. But in processing plants, when fish is being processed, these byproducts can actually be used to produce other products. For example, fertilizers. Fertilizers can be formulated from the byproducts of the fish processing activity. And these fertilizers can also be sold off and more money. And again, the byproducts of processing fish can as well be used, be modified into other forms to suit being given to animals. So they can be animal feed after the processing cycle. And in so doing, we are doing waste management. The waste won't be just dumped and littered around the environment. It will otherwise be used for producing other products that are valuable to in other sectors. For example, the fertilizers that I've mentioned. Then we also have some of the common fish processing methods that I would urge you, our dear viewers who are into fish farming, to take on. For example, drying fish, smoking it, sorting, filleting. And as I said, as you process your fish with the right market in your mind, you will obviously have more people wanting to buy your fish, and again, you'll make more money out of the processed fish. And you'll as well have your fish lasting longer than it would actually. Because after processing the fish, it will have integrity to stay fresh or in the right form for a reasonable time as you get more market for it. And I'd like to inform you that these processing methods are actually not so hard to pull off with. For example, drying. You don't pay for the sun. What you have to do is to slice your fish and display it probably on the rack. After drying your fish, you can get the right market for it. Then smoking is so simple. Then we have sorting. All these methods are actually so simple. But as you process your fish, you should have the right market. I am not saying that you just process your fish without having the right market in your mind. Because at the end of the day, if you don't have the market for that form of the processed fish, you won't as well get sales since you don't have people willing to buy that fish. We also have exporters, importers, and wholesalers. These people basically buy in bulk, and they mainly do transactions from one business to another, whereby they can buy from wholesalers, maybe from a country, and after purchasing in high numbers, they can sell off their fish in another country in order to make more profit. So, if you are a farmer and you feel like you have the capacity to produce fish in huge numbers, and hence you are in good position to supply fish to these exporters, then probably you can be in good position to supply to these people. And along the value chain, we as well have retailers. Retailers are also traders, but in most cases, these retailers are always buying, selling fish to the final consumer, and probably they are making some profit out of their position as retailers. They sell off the fish to the final consumer, who does the final eating of the product. Then at the end of, towards the end of the value chain, we have restaurants. Restaurants, what they do is just preparing the fish and making it ready for consumption by the final consumer. I know of some farmer friend of mine who had a restaurant, and I believe it is still running. So he realized that he was being cheated. You know, middlemen come to a farm and they want to squeeze the hell out of, they want to get more profit from the farmer, and so they end up underpricing the fish that has just been harvested. So this farmer was like, how about I start up a restaurant since I have the capital? So this farmer started up a restaurant, and I can assure it has been running well, and he's making more money because the fish which he would be selling at a low price is now cooking it and selling it off at a higher price. So if you're a farmer and you feel like you can fit in here, then you're good to go. You can open up a restaurant if you have the ability. But as I said, you have all the factors in mind. Don't just jump into becoming a restaurant owner and yet you cannot pay the rent. So it is all about being strategic and make a plan to make sure that it doesn't backfire. And finally, at the end of the value chain, we have the final consumer who does the final. He can probably buy, go to a restaurant and eat from there, or prepare the fish himself and eat it at home. So people who have like families, even me who is not like married, I also can cook the fish. I am a consumer. So I like to remind you all that we have a part to play in the fish value chain, because if you are not a consumer, then probably you are a farmer. If you are not a farmer, probably you are a trader. Oh, I believe like 90% of us must be having a role to play in the value chain. Then, as I conclude this part, I'd like to enlighten you about two of the best reasons two best concepts that you should have in mind as you choose to take an extra step to fit in another position along the value chain. For better understanding, let's say I am a farmer and now I want to shift my position into becoming a trader. There are some factors I have to have in mind. My competencies. Am I competent enough to become a trader? What will make you competent enough as a trader? Do you have a market where to sell that fish that you have harvested. Again, do you have the market? Will you have people buying the product? So those are the competencies that you should have in mind. I gave an example of a restaurant, or even I can add an extra example of you having an outlet shop of your own as a farmer. If you are a farmer, you can as well open up an outlet shop. It may be an urban center, but you should have the competencies for you to run that shop. For example, can you pay for the rent, or can you construct the shop yourself? Again, will you have the market? Will you have people coming to buy from you? Are you ready to build your brand? Because it may involve you doing some advertisements or running socials in order for you to create awareness of availability of your product. So if you are having all these abilities, then I can assure you that you are competent enough. Now we have tested your competence. Let us now come to the risk appetite. Are you in good position for you to handle a pressure that will come in by you being in that position where you have chosen to be? So those are the risks that you should have in mind. For example, you may be, God forbid, but you can actually be transporting your fish to maybe your outlet shop, and an accident occurs and tremendous losses can be involved. But if you feel like I am ready to take on that risk, and we have so far gained ourselves, we have the competence, then why not? You move on and take that extra step, fit in that position, make more money, and benefit more from your fish farming business. Well, at this point, our dear viewers, I'd like to thank you for going all the way through up to this point, and I'd like to remind you to please subscribe to our channel in order not to miss out on any information that we shall be always putting out and updating you about aquaculture or fish farming. So please do that, and at this point, allow me to yet again welcome our colleague, Mr. Opio Isaac, to carry on from here and give you more knowledge about marketing and selling your fish. Mr. Opio Isaac, you're welcome.
Thank you so much, Mr. Xavier, for taking us through the journey of sales value chain. I'm very sure, at least up to this point, if you didn't have any clue about the fish value chain, you have something now. So I would like to start by giving a recap of what Mr. Xavier has taken us through. We are going to look at where to sell your fish along this sales value chain. He talked, when he was concluding, he talked about competencies and taking risks. We are going to depend on those two main factors to help you as a farmer to choose a point where you can sell your fish well and maximize your profit. So where do you sell your fish? You can sell your fish directly to the consumers. That is, at the farm gates, you can sell your fish directly to consumers. In the market, you can engage yourself in the market, go there directly and physically sell your fish to the consumers. You can also sell at retail outlets. For you to sell it directly to consumers, it means you have to start your own outlet where you can engage with them directly. You can also sell in the restaurant. You can start your own restaurant, or you can sell to other restaurants that may be owned by other people. So there you are selling your fish directly to your consumers. You can also sell your fish indirectly by selling it to traders. Remember, these traders will go ahead to sell to the consumers. So indirectly, you're selling your fish to the consumers. You can also sell them to fish processing factories. These people will do the processing, filleting, salting, and all other processing methods that Sylvia has also taken you through. So indirectly, you're also selling your fish to the consumers. You can sell them to the exporters or importers. You can also sell them to wholesalers and retail shops. So those are selling points. It's just a recap. Mr. Sylvia has talked about them. And now, when he talked about competencies and risks, there are certain things you have to consider before you can choose a selling point along the sales value chain. So we are going to start by looking at the traders. What you need to know when you're selling your fish to the traders. The advantages of selling your fish to the traders include you can sell your fish at large quantity, meaning these traders come and buy your fish at large quantity. You may harvest like 1 ton, 2 tons, then a trader can come and buy at once. Then another thing that is good about selling your fish to traders is that there's lowest investment. It's a scenario whereby you harvest your fish, you call a trader, he comes and buys instantly. Then you don't need to explore any preservation methods, or you don't even need to process your fish. You just have to sell them fresh. So in that case, you have lowest investment in your value addition and even promotion in circumstances where you have the contacts of your traders. Then another thing that is good about selling your fish to traders is that there's fast payment on delivery. Most of these traders, when they come to buy your fish, they will come with cash. So as they take your fish, they give you your money. So instantly there's that fast transaction. One thing good about traders, again, is that there are multiple buyers. Traders are many. So you can even have choices. You can decide to choose another trader. You can decide which one is having better prices. So you have a wide range of variety. But then selling to traders also has its own weaknesses. Some of them is lowest price of fish. Traders can bargain. And they are known for buying at the lowest price and selling at the highest price. So they have that chance to bargain with you and buy at the lowest price. So that is the weakness about it. And your return on investment can be so low if the price you have agreed on does not favor you as a farmer. Selling to traders also doesn't give you that uniqueness to build your brand value. In most cases, farmers want to engage to their customers, tell them their stories, how they produce the fish, and all what they go through, so that they can build that brand, they can build the relationship with their customers. Traders don't have that time. For them, they just need the fish. Do you have the fish? And can you sell me at the price I want? So when you're selling to traders, you don't have that time to build a brand. And there's a bit of no customer loyalty. Traders are not loyal anymore to any customer. If you have what they have, they will buy your fish. If you don't have, they will leave it. So you cannot count on them each and every time. Selling to markets. If you want to engage in the market, you also need to know some factors. You also need to know the advantage and the disadvantage. So one of the good things about selling in markets is that there is direct access to many customers. Market gives you that platform to meet the customers who are coming for the first time and customers who have been there for the second time, they're just coming for the third time. So there is that wide range of customers. That is one thing good about selling your fish in markets. Then selling in market also enables you to serve in different regions. For instance, when there are market days, this week, you are selling in eastern parts. The other time, you are selling in the western part of the country. And another week, maybe the market day is in the central part. So it is flexible enough to enable you move to different regions as you sell your fish. Then building brand is known when it comes to market because you are engaging with customers directly. Markets also have better prices. Remember, there is market price always. So when you are entering the market to sell your fish, you will just use the reference of the market price that you have there, and the prices are always good. The payment is on sale. Whoever comes to the market to buy will pay for what they have bought instantly, so you get your transaction quickly. But market also has the weaknesses, which one of them is you have to time harvest time with the market days. If you're a farmer, you don't have any preservation facility, you are not even engaging in processing your fish, but what you want is to sell your fish when they are fresh to the consumers. You need to time. So that is one thing weak about selling your fish in the market. Then cost and risk for transportation, market fees and the storage. You will incur all these costs. You have to bear with the risk that comes with it. So that is selling in the market. Then there is small quantity of sales. In market, in most cases, people come to buy in small quantities, 1 kilogram, 2 kilograms. So, and if, let's say, you are harvested like 2 tons, 5 tons, and you are selling in these small quantities, it is very challenging for you as a farmer. Another selling point is retail outlets. If you are choosing to sell your fish at retail outlets or selling to retailers, there are also advantages of it as well as weaknesses. And on the side of the advantages, one thing you have to know is that there is continuous sale when it comes to retailers. So whenever you harvest, you will have the market ready. So it's not like that one of the market whereby you have to time the market days. There is direct contact with your consumers. Retail outlets will enable you to interact with the consumers directly, so you can engage more and you get to know them more. Retail outlet is also good because you can capitalize on brand value. Now that you are interacting directly with your consumers, you can talk to them, get to know them, tell them your story about your farm and how you produce your fish, and you can maximize on that. Then market retail outlets also have higher prices. Most cases, the retail outlets are in urban settings and developing areas, so the market prices are always okay when it comes to selling at the retail outlets. And that's one thing good about selling at retail outlets. Then there's payment on sale. As the consumer comes to buy, they give you your money. It's that direct transaction. Then retail outlets offer products suited for individual consumer. Because you have been interacting with your consumers, you know exactly what they want. So even as a farmer, as you go to harvest, you exactly know even the quantity you have to take to the retail outlet. So it is so important in that way that you can relate your customer demands and what you have to provide for them. But even retail outlets has its own weaknesses. One thing is high investment or operation costs. Setting up the retail outlets, that is investment. Promotion of your shop, that is, and the products, that is investment. So there is all that is involved. And for you to set up retail outlets, you have to incur all that. Fish can expire before selling. Reason being, at retail outlets, you sell in bits, 1 kilogram, 2 kilograms. So if you are harvested in large quantity and you don't have enough preservation facilities like icing facility and all that, it will take you time and your fish can easily expire. Investment in branding. I've talked about putting in money to set up this and promoting your products. So you have to know there is investment in branding also. Then Retail outlet is tied down to a specific location. It's not like market whereby you can engage in regional sales. With retail outlets, it is in one point. So unless you have many retail outlets, but in case you just have one, you will only sell your fish in one tied down location. So that is the weakness of retail outlets. Another selling point is selling to the restaurant. Selling to, as well as the weaknesses are there. Sylvia has taken you through some of them. He gave us a story of his friend who is having a restaurant, and I'm just going to explain this in that relation. The good side of selling to restaurants, one is that the prices are higher. Remember, in restaurants, there is value addition. Somebody cooks the fish, so the prices are always good, so that profit margin will be there. There's relationship value. Selling to restaurants, by default, you'll have to have that strong connection with the restaurant owners. You see, maybe the director, the owner, even the chief themselves, there's that relationship. And even with the consumers, there's that value that you keep adding as you continue interacting with them. The good thing about selling to restaurants or at the restaurants, in case you have your home, is that there's that platform to build your brand value because you are talking to these clients directly. Then there's also continuous sale. Restaurants are always open every day, daily. So whenever you harvest your fish, you know your market is there. Then you can, with restaurants, they are large and they have flexible customer base. What do I mean when I say flexible customer base? You have different types of people who are doing different kind of works, and you interact with them in their specific way. You can handle them. For example, if you have customers that want their fish to be delivered at their homes, you also have those customers, so you have to do delivery. If you have those ones who come and eat from your restaurant, that is also again another customer base. If you have like big companies who will want you to supply them in large quantity, so there is that flexibility, and you have to adapt it, and it is good. But the weaker part of selling to restaurants is that there is continuous marketing, sales, and investment. Similar to the retail outlets, setting up the restaurant, marketing and all that, needs skills and money for you to set up that. Investment in transport. If you are selling to a restaurant, transporting your fish from the farm to the restaurant is on you. So you have to bear with the risk. There is payment terms that may be provided. If you are selling to a restaurant, the restaurant owner or the management can give you a payment term. Can we say, if you bring your fish, we shall pay you through mobile money, we shall pay you through banks, and if you cannot adapt to that, then you have to know that is weaker point, it's challenging when you are selling to restaurants. Certification and quality standards may be needed. The restaurant owner may want to know whether your farm is certified, so that when you are supplying them with your fish, they are come sure and they can always tell their customers that the fish you are selling is of good quality, the farm is certified and has that quality standard. I want to also now talk about marketing strategy. In Uganda, it is very common. When you go to a market, you may find that somebody who is having better fish has larger fish and of good quality, they are fresh, is not so sounding in the market compared to that person who may not even have that good quality fish. You find that people so many in somebody's shop, but the one with better fish, good quality, the people are not many. So you start asking yourself, what do these people do? to attract all these customers. This is marketing strategy that they use. So marketing strategy is good in a way that it enables you to have what we call targeted marketing. You reach the right people. If you know the market well, you know the people you are selling to. Marketing strategy also gives you competitive advantage over other people. So you know what you should be saying when you're marketing your fish. You know your product, you know your people, so you'll be knowing what to say. And it gives you competitive advantage. There's also resource optimization. If you strategize well in your marketing, you'll have higher return on investment because you know what to put in when you're promoting, you know what to put in when you're advertising. So it is so good in a way that it enables you to maximize yourself. And still, in the marketing strategy, as you consider to strategize your marketing plans, you want to put down your plans, targets, and all that, the goals, there's what we call 4Ps. It's the marketing mix. And you have to know all of them, and you have to balance in between them because that is what you're going to use to make your marketing strategy. One is product. What do I sell? In this case, it is the fish. And in what form of the fish? Is it the fresh one? Is it smoked fish? Is it filleted? And another thing is the price. For what price do I sell my fish? So when you are laying down these strategies, you have to consider this. And the place at these different selling points along the sales value chain. Where do I sell my fish? Is it in the market? Is it to traders? Is it at the retail outlets? Is it to restaurants? And these are the things you have to consider while laying down strategies. And the last P is the promotion. How do I make people get to know about my product, the price which I sell, and the place where I sell? How do people know that I'm in this market, in this point, on this date? So that is the promotion part of it. So it is good. And when you're laying down your marketing strategy, you have to consider all this. And I'll take you through the other parts when you want to lay down your marketing strategy. This one is specifically for you as a farmer. When you want to market your fish, there's this SWOT analysis that you have to do for yourself and your product. And SWOT analysis, for people who don't know, is just a combination of understanding your strength, your weakness, opportunities, and the threats. Strength and weaknesses, they are internal. They are completely controlled by you. Then the opportunities and threats, they are external. You have no control over it, but they can affect your business and your marketing. With the strength, you need to know what your strength are. Let me give an example. You are selling at the retail outlet. What are your strengths? Do you have the capital to invest? Do you have the different platforms to promote your market? Those are the things that you have to consider. You have them that are strengths. Then also the weaknesses. What are your weaknesses? Is it using smartphone? Is it speaking English? Is it reaching down to different customers? Is it writing emails? Then the opportunities, things that you can tap on from out, maybe good, encouraging government policies that allow you to market well, maybe a large number of customers, and the threats, things that can affect your marketing and sales. So, literally, this is now theoretical. You can now use your strength to maximize and utilize the opportunities that come. Or get to understand your weaknesses so that you can mitigate on the threats. So you have to do some analysis of your business, your farm, and yourself before you can get to market. So right now, I'll take you through the steps because I've now given you the details on the marketing strategy, the 4Ps, the SWOT analysis. Now I'll look at the steps that my majority of people who market their fish, they use. So these are the steps that I'm going to take you through. Those are the steps of marketing. So that you can create your product market mix very well. Number one is doing market research. Market research, I think we have now repeated it on, this is the third time we are talking about market research. This one shows you how important knowing your market is. You have to do it even when you are still a farmer, you are growing your fish. You have to do it before you can actually choose the selling point. So you have to know the market. And the second part is identify your ideal customer. Now you have done market research. Who are your customers now? Who are those customers that you can count on? And you describe them so that you can get to know how to deal with them. And the third thing, the third step of building your product market mix, which is a strategy now, is set pricing strategy. What price are you going to sell your fish? After identifying, doing market research, identifying your ideal customers, what prices are there that you can use as a reference to set the price of your own fish that you're going to sell at that particular selling point. So it is very important to know what they call market pricing strategy, because it is so weird. If you go into a market, let me say people are selling fish at 10,000 per kilogram, and for you to come with 15,000, it will sound so weird. Even if your fish is golden, even if it is so special, but setting those kind of prices will make it so weird. The fourth thing, when you want to create your product market mix, is list down your real world customers. You have identified your ideal customers, you have done your market research, you know now the price you're going to sell your fish. Have your customer details, have their profiles, so that even before you take your fish to the market, you can easily call them. If they are traders, you know, these are the traders I have. If my fish is about harvest time, I can call them and talk with them. Business meetings, I can arrange with them. These exporters, I can talk with them. So it is very important to list down, to have the list. It's so risky that you go to a market, you don't even know who you're selling to, but then you want to maximize your sales. Doesn't come and doesn't happen overnight. The last part is setting promotion strategy. Now you know your customers. You have done market research. You have set your price well. Setting the promotion strategy. How will you reach these customers? If, let me say, your customers don't use smartphones, so meaning social media platform will not be of use to you. Otherwise, you'll be wasting time. It will mean at that point, maybe direct calls, home or door to door, advertisement may work for you. So setting the promotion strategy, it is based on knowing your ideal customers, listing them down, having their contacts, that you can reach out to them and knowing the markets. And these are the 5 steps for setting the product market mix for you to get that competitive advantage. And at this point, you have to implement. We have talked, you have learned. Implementing is the second major step after creating your product market mix. And you have to review your marketing strategy each and every time and adapt. Because remember, these things are not fixed. You keep learning. The more you interact with the customers, you keep learning. And you have to keep adapting, and that you can make sure you have the best marketing strategy. That when you talk to somebody, you can easily convince them. So this one also brings me now to the end of the training of what I have to give to you today. And now we shall give the open floor. The open floor is for questions. If you have supplements, you can also type in the comment section. But then, if there's also something burning that you need us to know at this point in time, go to our comment section, type your questions, your concerns, so that we get to know. We have a team that is managing the comment section, so as you type in your questions, they will attend to you instantly. At this point also, I have to invite back my colleague Xavier Peter, so that we interact. We need to get these comments, we need to get this feedback, we need to answer your questions. So it is open floor. So Mr. Xavier, you can also come in and join me as we take our clients to this.
Thank you, my distinguished colleague, Opio Isaac, here from Planex Aquaculture. I hope you have been really happy with the kind of content that we are giving you. And actually, at this moment, if you're feeling like we are giving you reasonable and important kind of information, please don't be shy on liking and then subscribing to our channel. And let me go through some of the comments that we are having. In case of some questions, we shall answer them. I'd like to send out to say that the comments are really good, and people seem to be having and receiving great kind of knowledge from this presentation. Big ups to Mr. Nyakojo Patrick. He's saying good content. We are so privileged and we are committed to always giving you good kind of information that can always help you to develop. And I'm seeing Mr. Dauda. Mr. Dauda, thank you for tuning in. And we are always happy to have you online. And I think I have met you in person. You have actually ever attended our physical trainings. And the list goes on and on. Mr. Marvin, Mr. Isaac, thank you all. And we shall continue giving you this kind of great value and keep you updated about what is going on in aquaculture. Well, I would like to inform you that at any moment when you're watching this video, just make sure that you comment, keep your questions coming through. The questions might not be specifically about the topic we are discussing today, but any question that is about aquaculture, any question that is about us, what we do as Planex Aquaculture, you can drop it in the comment section, regardless of you having watched this session online or even after it has been uploaded after the review. Also, feel free to do with us anything that you want because we are here to serve you. And we look forward to continuing to work with you as our distinguished partners. Well, those are the comments that I've managed to go through. But thank you all for tuning in and thank you all for watching this. And as we proceed, I'd like to inform you that we are soon having the mega expo in agriculture, where we as aquaculturists are well represented. So it will be on the 29th. It will be rather on. It will be in August from 4th to 13th in Jinja. So if you can, please make sure that you will turn up. We shall also be there in person as Planex Aquaculture. Maybe that way we can have a physical interface and continue to share more about aquaculture and how the industry is growing. Well, those are my remarks. I don't know whether my colleague or Isaac has some remarks to pass on to you, our dear viewers. And let me give him a chance to say a word or two as we close this session.
Yeah, mine is not also that much. You have talked about them, Mr. Savior. Just maybe expound on our presence at the agriculture show. So we are going to be there for all the 10 days. And as our dear clients, we invite you to join us there. Come and see and we share these experiences as we celebrate aquaculture and agriculture as a whole in this country, this mighty country, Uganda. So come and join us. Feel free to also contact us in our office line that you're seeing right here on the screen, or visit us at our Aquaculture Support Center that is in Namanga, so that we can discuss. If you're a farmer and you also have burning questions, even if it is not related to what we are, the topic we are discussing today, you can also come in anytime, every weekday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and we discuss this because your success is our success, and we are happy when you are happy because our being here is to make sure that you maximize on your aquaculture productivity. So those are my closing remarks, and thank you everyone who attended, and all your comments are so inspiring and important to us because they keep us work harder and they keep us awake each and every day so that we bring better and we build better so that the sector can be outstanding good and we contribute to the economy, the great economy of the country. So that is all I have. I think if there's nothing more, I can also say we have come to the end of our presentation and our discussions today. And thank you so much from me. I'm so happy, and I wish to see you in our next training. And if it is your first time, please don't forget, Mr. Xavier mentioned it earlier, subscribe, like, click and tap on that notification bell so that the next time we are coming online, YouTube can send you a notification prior and can also recommend it to other people who are interested in aquaculture. So thank you so much. Have a great time. And yeah, that is it. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you all our dear viewers. And I would like to add on these methods of fish marketing that we have availed to you. I can assure you that they really work. And I have many testimonies from the people who have applied them. They really do work. So just find the best spot for yourself along the fish money chain. And probably one day you'll thank me. Maybe we shall meet someday and you'll thank me. So don't just stop at learning, but implement. What we are teaching you is meant to be implemented. However much you learn a bunch of many things from us and you don't implement them, you're still multiplying it by 0. I don't want to say that, but please make sure that you do apply the knowledge that we are availing to you, because this is not some empirical kind of discussion. It is our facts. They have been tested and they really do work. So make sure to implement all this that we are teaching you, and I know it will work for you as long as you do it in the right way. Thank you, our dear viewers. Until we meet next time, stay safe and make sure that you continue doing that aquaculture as we aim at promoting this sector beyond even our visible sites. Thank you all. Stay well.